decision taken by the prosecutor that at some point between the time they released Mr. Miguna, the applicant, was taken by the immigration is nothing but a falsehood. It's a lie. It quacks like a duck. It is a duck, and my Lord must find it to be a duck. Because, my Lord, you granted anticipatory bail. That means Miguna was under your custody until delivered to you. The circumstances under which Miguna ends up with the immigration, who are part of the police and part of government, is something, my Lord, must be tested by you. On the contempt, because, my Lord, after you granted the order and they violated, the contempt of court proceedings are alive until purged. Purged to the extent, my Lord, that there must be an explanation as to the reason why a court in Kajiado released Mr. Miguna, and at some point he ended up in a plane on his way to Amsterdam. The public prosecutor should be extremely embarrassed that he has given you a ticket using taxpayers' money, that Miguna has been transported to some place because he's not a Kenyan citizen. That process, my Lord, is quasi-judicial. That process, as arriving at the conclusion of what they have given you today, that Mr. Miguna is not a Kenyan citizen, is a quasi-judicial proceeding. My Lord, before the contempt is purged, you must see that process. Who made that decision? When was it made? Who sat in that meeting? And where are the minutes? That's the law. But more importantly, my Lord, I'm glad that I'm appearing before you today because in 2008, a similar case like this one, Mr. Muhammad Sirat, who appeared before you as a petitioner, was deported by the Kenyan government in the middle of a petition. My Lord, you stopped that petition, determined that the deportation was an attempt to circumvent that petition. And my Lord, that gentleman ended up being an MP, sitting in Parliament. Kenyan government had declared him persona non grata. That case is not any different from what has happened to Miguna. And why is that so? Mr. Miguna, my Lord, was cleared to contest as a governor in Nairobi under Article 99. Mr. Miguna would not have been a voter if he was not a citizen. When did they realize he's not a citizen? All these things, my Lord, is part of the contempt, is part of finding a way to circumvent appearing before you. My Lord, you should not allow that to happen. Before they come, stand there on oath and tell you, my Lord, how they ended up circumventing your order. Because the process of deporting any person, whether it's a Kenyan or non-citizen, is also part of the Kenyan law, and that person must appear before the court. That is what the Constitution says. And therefore, my Lord, if there's ever been a definition of travesty of justice, today and yesterday is where that definition fits squarely. If there's ever been a scurrilous abuse of court process, well, Lord, this is one instance. And if we cannot put an end to this, if we cannot dot the I's and cross the T's about violation of the principles under the fundamental rights, my Lord, we might as well pack the Constitution of Kenya in a shelf and start using scrolls or something. But as long as, my Lord, you're sitting here, take an oath to protect the Constitution, whether Miguna is in Amsterdam, whether Miguna is in Montreal, whether Miguna is under the sea, my Lord, you can issue an order. That is our position. Because his fundamental rights have been violated, whether under the sea or anywhere else. My Lord, so therefore, they must appear before you to show cause. And if they don't show cause, my Lord, you can issue an order, my Lord, for an explanation and to bring back Miguna back to the country. But before that, my Lord, please summon them again to come before you. Thank you.